Hello, and welcome back to Cross Channel. Before we get started, um, I know this is gonna be a tangent. Maybe skip like a minute or two if you don't want to listen to this. But like, I just got out Summer Pockets episode 25. You know, I never thought that adaptation could actually make me cry, but at the same time, it made me so angry, man. Like, I was in that scene with around the end when Shiroha and when Nanami reveals her true self to Shiroha. I know what was the next scene. And if you read the story, you know that it was about to get to like a huge climactic scene, very emotional scene. Like like I said, like the damn adaptation never impressed me until Pocket. And then it finally got to an episode where it actually made me cry. Then Nanami reveals her true self to Shiroha. I was ready for the monologue after that. They decide to cut it there and end the episode. It's been a while since I felt so damn angry, man. Like, what the hell was that decision? I'm so close to being. I'm so close to. I'm so close to crashing out for real, man. Like, what the fuck was that, man? Like, everything was going well with Pocket, and then they decide to do that. They decide to cut there, right then and there. What the hell is wrong with them, man? It's like, the best analogy I have is that there was maybe 10 years ago when Christian Bale was like filming Terminator Salvation, and there was this crash out incident involving him. He was in the middle of filming a scene, and then someone across the set just randomly walked by, and it distracted him. And then he went off. he went. He really went out there, man. He really got angry because he was in the middle of an emotional scene, and then he for a split second he got distracted, and that really blew his concentration, and that turned into like a short incident that like he was shouting, "What the hell is wrong with you?" or something like that. That is what I feel about like how they ended episode 25 Summer Pockets. What the fuck? Anyway, sorry. Let's go back to Cross Channel. Okay, for Cross Channel today, we are gonna go for at least one mini route or two. If we're lucky, we might go to two. Tomorrow I might not upload. There's a high chance I'm not uploading Cross Channel because I will be playing Silent Hill F. In fact, this whole week's kind of scuffed already because I'm gonna play Silent Hill F. Ryukishi, you son of a bitch, we are so back. But don't worry. You guys know I really enjoy Cross Channel, so we're gonna finish this. In fact, I already have an idea for the next VM. It's another Romeo Kino, so we're gonna be reading that. But in the meantime, let's read. It's a strictly local radio broadcast called Community FM. That's not a low enough goal for a school club to aim for. But the favorable location, the historic Gunjo Institute, and the goodwill of the interested local people. Those things tied together into this. The preparations still continue, but due to a certain incident with loose ends, it had become rather indefinite. The antenna was delivered, but then left alone for a year. Those were the circumstances. Most likely the items requested for Gunjo FM were filled with the hopes and dreams for healthy young boys and girls. Gomen, but Gunjo is no such thing. You could say the result was all fine, Misato-senpai plans to send an SOS. She said so on Sunday night. After we split up and confirmed that humanity had disappeared, since the antenna had some altitude, we'll attempt to complete it so we can send a dispatch. It was certainly lacking in the sense of realism. Honestly, I thought Senpai was falling apart. Fleeing makes people weaker. And Senpai was weak enough to begin with.
レケ君
Beside me, I turned to face her. Hello there, Senpai.
ハローです。どうしました？
I came to see how things were going. Senpai smiled softly.
そうでしたか。
I haven't come here for a while, but it's quite ways long.
結構前からコツコツとやってますから。
Yes. After the broadcasting club broke down naturally. Wait, I need to move the window. Okay, there you go. Senpai's done everything on her own. The lunch break DJ, various broadcasts, everything. No one helps her anymore. Kitty started being hostile toward me. Tomoki started avoiding his sister, Nesan. Miki started smiling nervously. Doko started ignoring me. Splendid rubble. Only Sakuraba didn't change. As always, he never showed up. Although, I hung around Senpai despite all that. She refused my help. Is that so?
びっくりしましたね。
I bet.
人が一斉にいなくなるなんて。
It's quiet.
すごく静かです。
Where were you?
ちょっとお腹が空いたので。
It's midday. Were you able to find any good food?
ああ、家に戻ってました。食べ物は特に不自由してないですし。
Ah, you cut school. Bucho was cutting.
違いますよ。これはサボりではありません。
They became worried. Senpai values the rules highly. Suspension? That's suspension.
停学は嫌。履歴に傷が。
Suspension, suspension.
停学はダメです。
We frolicked together. This was the shortest distance between any of us right now. What sort of development would occur if I touched Senpai? I was well aware, from my own experience and their records, there's a need to proceed cautiously. I'll approach Senpai, slightly touch Senpai, and then... She's sleeping. I've known this. Soft, regular sleep breathing. I gazed at her for a while. At long last, her eyes opened slightly.
あれ？
Ohayo?
クロスくん？
Shit, man. Wait, sorry. The final line of episode 25 of Summer Pockets was Ohio. What they did there, man. You had it good. Sorry, I'm close to crashing out. I'm still angry about the whole thing. Anyway,
ペケくん。
the nickname she just recited is reserved only for Senpai's use.
いつからいたんですか？恥ずかしい。
She covered her face. Just now. Anyway, it's dangerous to nod off in the middle of the day.
ああ、はい。平気です。
I pulled her up. You mustn't sleep. I repositioned her glasses. Now Senpai's back to normal. Just on the outside. Are you awake now?
眠い。
That's okay, but I can see your panties. She woke up. She is a lady after all. Ohio. I need to chill out for a little bit. This route better make me cry. I already cried in Summer Box and it made me disappointed at the final scene with what they did.
おはようございます。あ頭痛い。
That's because you slept in the sun. You'll die if you do that.
いえ、私は行きます。
Your resolve is excellent, but that's dangerous. So from now on, I'll be conducting surveillance on you. That means that this Kurosu Taichi will participate in your flight. I mean, Club activities.
部活終了
Club is starting.
終わったばかりなのに
Just kidding, but I'll be coming to visit sometimes.
なんだ
Then see you tomorrow.
はいまた明日
Alright, mata ashita. As I left the school building, I looked up at the roof. The antenna was standing there. Beside it, Senpai still remained. She's been working, even though it's almost night, by herself. Back when I believed that not touching people was the one and only path, I met Senpai.
こんにちは
Hmm?
いつもお一人なんですね私宮澄美里って言います一緒に部活しませんか
Those words cannot be forgotten. My first other. My first someone. Wow. Oh, she's also first route. I woke up. Sunlight was penetrating through the window. I must have been sleeping soundly and didn't have a single dream. The time, 7 a.m. I had to go to school. I used to walk to school with that girl.
あれ太一さん
You know, this is very awkward to see Yusa-chan considering the whole... It was enough to make her not just scared. I was surprised she started vomiting. All he did was change his gaze. And that's it. That was enough to make Yusa-chan, like, despise him. I don't know, man. Ohaya.
おはようです
Yusa-chan. And that time we were friends. He was asleep. I picked up her alarm clock. It was set for 11. 12. My brain sucked. 12. Had she been doing this into the night? Had she been moving around until I fell asleep? Was it that tough? I changed the time on the alarm clock. She leaped awake. What are you doing sleeping in this late?
寝てませんよ
You're sleeping. I told you, you're sleeping.
うーん
She staggered to her feet.
とりあえずおはようございます
Ohayo gozaimasu, senpai. Did you die from the heat if you sleep here in the middle of the day?
はいそうですね気をつけました
Why doesn't she sleep in the classroom? I mean, or even like on the hallway or some shit. But I get it. She gets so exhausted from trying to work on the antenna. But like, well, okay, fine. She literally tires herself out from. But she's able to still set her alarm. Like if you're super tired, you wouldn't even be able to set your alarm. You know what I mean? She's being reckless. I get it now. I get it. It's in addition to her being an escapist, she's also being reckless as well. That's very important. Senpai wiped her glasses with the hem of her skirt. I averted my eyes. Wow, he's really doing it, man. My guy. I'm a gentleman. A gentleman. She held back a yawn while wiping her glasses.
体がだるいです
I bet it does.
何時なんですか
About 8. She lay down without a word and put her hands together for a pillow, even though you'll die doing that. There were bottles of sake rolling around in her belongings. Wait, so she was actually drinking sake? Because I was thinking like she was just making like a stand-up thing, you know, she's just making a joke and that she's acting like a drunk salaryman or some shit. No, she literally had sake. Drink, flee, drink, flee. Senpai must have rough. Well, I'll let you do as you please. I carried Senpai on my back. She didn't show the slightest sign of waking. In the uninhabited health room, I laid Senpai down on an empty bed. Oyasumi, Senpai. I continued to work. After living through a long, proper time, I gathered the skills and the knowledge. I'll construct the system far more efficiently than Senpai. I don't mind working until I'm dripping in sweat. as comfortable. My body changed automatically, and one of my old memories floated up. With the roof as my stage, my heart raced out the past and tried to reproduce those impulses once more. Avoiding the guard's eyes was a daily routine for me. That day, I went to the roof again during lunch break. Even though I had no doubt I'd be discovered right away, I unexpectedly found a blind spot. I gazed mindlessly up at the sky until the end of lunch break. I reposed with no possibility of hurting anyone. From a different perspective, it means not being able to connect with anyone. I thought I didn't care. Since my primary objective was to live among people, I didn't put much consideration into having fun. I was aware that I was holding a bomb. Hanging out with people was a high-priced commodity for me. What I could afford was this continuous stressful environment. What I got out of it was excessive union, without a happy end. Of course, it became troublesome. If I did it this time, there's no doubt I'll be done for. Solitude became my daily life. What other means was there except for desensitizing my own heart?
また会いましたね、クロスくん。
He was the one who started talking. Okay, so this is the thing I was talking about. I think it was yesterday. When Tai Chi was like, I felt like he was a different type of person during his first year. Until he met Sakuraba. I think I was puzzled. I'd never been contacted that way. A girl with huge breasts. Thanks. It wasn't that I had no animal passions. It wasn't the real world girls were a fundamental and hated weakness of mine. The girl smiled and waited for my reaction. She didn't seem to want to leave. I gave off a leave me alone aura.
Huh?
The girl didn't notice. How do you know my name? I had no choice but to answer defeat.
そんな声をなさってたんですね。
She clapped her hands and smiled some more. How do you know my name? I cut her off to ask.
はい、名簿で。
Student records? Was that something you could look at that easily? Actually, is it okay for the school to show you that? I drew out my sarcasm. You act like a detective. Are you a criminal? Do they teach you how to do that in high school? I had quite a bit of confidence in my sarcasm.
手厳しいです。でも確かにごめんなさいです。
My sarcasm flew right over her.
事情を説明するとですね、青田狩りです。私、放送部のものなんですけど。
I know. I often listen to the lunch broadcasts, even if I don't want to.
それなら話が早いですね。え、あれ私です。お昼の DJ。
Oh, hit it a DJ. I don't think I'm that good at flattery.
苦手なんですよ。ああいうの。
She drooped. If you know you're not good, you should stop. Since I wasn't used to conversation, I was using some strange formal particles in my speech.
万年人手不足なんです。
Then she held out one of her hands with the palm facing upward.
そこでクロス君を誘惑したいわけです。
I tried to laugh coldly, but failed as my facial muscles convulsed, as if an electric current was being passed through them. This was the worst. I equipped an expressionless face as an informer. Yeah, okay, I think this is the point. He still hasn't figured out how to act like a quote-unquote regular person to his eyes. So he's still a little bit like closer to his real self here. A bit more antisocial, you know. I'm sorry. Please ask someone else. I stood up and walked away.
ちょっとちょっと。
Here was the first club I've ever been invited to. Now, she's rejecting me. Wednesday. To school. A gate to prevent running away. It didn't seem like to be protecting the students so much as protecting the outside world from us. That's the impression it held.
ペケ君。
She met me with a suspicious gaze. Oh yeah, Bucho, do you have a hangover?
なってます。じゃなくてですね、私が保健室で寝ていたり、なんか作業が進められていたりといった。
That was me.
あなたが
Because Senpai told me to.
そんなことを言いましたっけ？
Yes, maybe because you were drunk. You don't remember it?
あ
She looks worried. Now she's indebted to me. After that, I was wondering what to do, since it was the first time Senpai suddenly danced naked. Senpai's eyes became an X stretch horizontally.
私がそんなことを信じられません。
It was like this.
暑いです着てられないです。
I like how they even voice acted this bullshit hypothetical scene. Senpai undid her necktie with her left hand and held out her right hand 3 seconds later at a 45-degree downward angle, with her index finger buried up the second joint inside the knob for 0.62 seconds. The strength of both hands conflicted, increasing the friction and pulling out the part around her neck with a length of around 32 centimeters. Next, her right hand undid her first and second buttons, each in about 2 seconds, exposing her chest.
それパッパッパ
She lowered her shoulder straps with both hands, and her right hand once again went for her blouse buttons, and her left hand began to undo the fastener on the side hook of her skirt. Her blouse in 4.28 seconds, her skirt in 7.34 seconds. Wait, why does the skirt take longer? Does it gravity assist that? You know what, never mind. She was in her underwear.
パンツも脱いじゃいです。
At about they fell to her ankles. She stepped out of them, and her shameful hair blew in the wind, and she undid her bra hook. Her tight breasts pushed off their cups, and the cloth danced softly in the air, unable to attain enough buoyancy to glide, and tumbled and fell to the ground. By now, Senpai's wardrobe consists of only glasses, socks, and shoes. You know, that's the weirdest naked state I ever seen. I never understood that, you know. Some people, like, I never understood folks who, like, get naked, but they still wear their shoes and socks. Just, it feels weird. You know? It feels weird. I don't know, it feels weird for me. Anyway. The glasses were part of her face, so she's actually naked, except for her feet.
誰か見てください。私の一糸まとわぬ姿。誰か。
She stretched both arms out horizontally, and while turning to the left at 1 revolution per second, she moved 6.53 meters.
モザイクのない私の真実の姿を。
Why do you tempt us when we see nothing at all? Unfortunately, there was a mistake.
ララララララララ。
Oh, so I suddenly remember something. I remember Totono. I suddenly remember Totono for a split second, because there was like that one scene when the protagonist has not protagonist, literally the player, literally you, have sex with Miyuki, and then before the sex scene starts, it was like, oh, you got the international version. It means that there won't be any mosaic, so you'll get to see my full body naked or some shit like that. I like how they had that line for that. They had a specific line for that. That was cool. Man, I can't believe she has the same voice actress as Kazusa. Man. Anyway. As there was nothing I could do, I gazed at the beautiful form of Senpai's. The end.
見てはいけないと言ったのに、見てしまったのですね。
She sat down crookedly and cried like a true Japanese woman. That's a crane's repayment.
そんな的確に に描写されているということは事実なんですね。
Man, she'd believe anything here. Yes, she fell down in tears. But fear not, I dealt with it in such a manner that no one saw a thing.
ああ、そうだったの。どうもありがとう。
Don't mention it. Also, I wrote a manuscript.
そんなことまでお願いしてたんですか？
Yes, please look at it. I transcribed the past manuscript to the
うー
letter.
ん、これはいいですね。
Oh, she actually accepted because remember, she would always reject it. I wonder what he wrote here. She raised her head and showed me a smile.
私たちらしいです。
So it's not rejected? We both laughed loudly, a little. Senpai's face became gloomy.
結局一人じゃ何もならないんですね。
Yeah, this is so different this time around. By the way, when I hear this soundtrack, oh yeah, I was listening to the soundtrack yesterday, so this is Fragile, but not that fragile. I always associate this with Toko, man. I miss Toko. She's my favorite, despite having that kind of a route. No, that route makes sense actually. Looking back, I made the whole write-up in the previous upload just about that. Anyway, you were forcing yourself, weren't you? You can't pull all-nighters, then act reckless during the day. That's prohibited. Kinshi, so to speak.
後輩にお説教される部長って。
Believe it, Bucho. It happens a lot. Senpai stood up. At the same time, the precarious building materials began to move. Oh, yeah. The building materials will fall on her. I pulled her toward me. Abadai! Step ladder, needles, tools, all of those things. While plain dissonant chords scattered across the ground. Damn, man. Smooth. Holy shit. My guy. Damn. That was close. Abunakata.
どうも。
A little longer.
でも
It's dangerous not to do this. A little longer.
そうでしょうか。
Senpai smell. The memories that boiled up had a realistic atmosphere of early summer as they entered my nose. What did he mean by that? She's sweaty? Oh, okay. Actual memory.
こんばんは。
As I was dozing off, there was a cold sensation in my neck. What are you?
冷たいジュースの時間です。
Senpai was holding 2 cans.
上がりですよ。
She made me take it. Senpai is also a persistent person. I think it's best not to get involved with me.
どうしてです？
She sat down next to me. Because I'm a wordless guy. When I'm not careful, I start wanting to hurt people. Truly our self-insert, by the way. I felt that. I'm a dangerous person.
重そうです。
She looked at my records. She should have figured that out. When she saw my name framed in red. And now a club? I don't think my participation would be allowed. You're one of the people here as well. You should understand that.
はい。だからこうしてお話ししてみたんですよ。
There are many things you can't understand through talking.
一つ分かったことが。
She raised a finger. Her face was serious. Which would be...
あなたは普通コンプレックスです。
Huh? She's right. Such insight into a human. Is this the wisdom of age? How could someone pile on dots so as to say something that accurate? I shuddered.
そんな顔してます。
From my face? I relaxed.
つまり健全さを求めているということです。私と一緒。
She showed me the wounds on her wrist. Oh, damn! I didn't know she also did that shit. Holy fuck. They were faint as they've begun to disappear, so they must be pretty old. These are...
自傷症状です。手首なんて切ってもよほど準備しない限り人は死にません。
Ah, man. That was you. I mean, I never did, but I had, I knew some ladies, and yeah, that was a different time, man. Anyway.
けどストレスが溜まると私は自分を傷つけるんですよ。私にとってストレスっていうのはうまく説明できないですけど、きっちりしてないことなんですよ。荒れてる部屋とか守られてないルールとか。
That's tough. Aren't most of the mouths in the world like that? Sorry, I felt that. I look at my disorganized room and I think to myself, Miyasumi senpai will die just showing up in my room.
そうなんですよね。ストレスの元だらけです。ニッチもサッチもいかなくなって自分を傷つけて、時には他人も傷つけて、そういうジレンマがあります。
It's different from mine. Mine, I was softly embraced. Ah!
いいですよ。辛かったら話さなくても。とにかくダメな私なのです。
Narrated.
しかしながら普通を目指して奮闘中です。
Senpai, you're...
飛び交う電波、燃え上がる友情、さまざまな事件、そして和解。あなたも凡人目指して我々と共に頑張ってみませんか？群青学院放送部は自信のない多感な少年を募集中です。
like an occult solicitation.
いいじゃないですか、宗教。
Weird girl. 変な人。
こら
A hit to the head.
目上の人は先輩です。そしてあなたの飲んだジュース代は部費から出ています。
Not bad.
見学する義務がありますよ、君。うん、あります。
That's an adult trick.
部員が少なくて1年生なのにアクセクしないといけない下っ端のお嬢ちゃんです。
Wait, I'll be right back. I need to drink some water. Okay, I'm back. Your huge breasts are touching me. Are you okay with that posture?
あ、君はもうそんなことに興味があるんですか？
I am a boy, after all.
うちの弟はまだ全然子供ですよ。
Defenseless. She's way too defenseless. I laugh. I'll join.
はい。
I'll join your club.
本当の本当に？
Since it's better than being forever solicited by having your breast pushed against me.
やったー！私すごい！
You're just... It's the opposite. It's the opposite of that time.
あの時？
You've forgotten already?
あの時のことでしたか。
The senpai who willingly pushed her breast against me. Man, plot reasons for things like that. She no longer has that innocence. If I held her, she'd twitch and panic. That would be senpai being conscious of me as a member of the opposite gender. Her breast bounced a little. Okay, thanks. Good to know.
そんなことがあったような気がします。
Payback for suddenly hugging me.
あれはだって子供だと思っていたから。
If you don't become more wary, you're going to get hurt.
自分が傷つくのはいいのです。人を傷つけるよりは。
How could a person like Senpai hurt people?
傷つけますよ。
With a hoarse voice, she rubbed her forehead. The Senpai, now, was like an innocent girl.
あの
Wait, she still got injured? Why?
どうして怪我してないのに看護されてます？
Isn't there a chance you could have had some
で
abrasions?
きてましたっけ？
Well, anyway, you seem tired, so you should rest a little.
は
Here, Senpai's cell phone.
あ、
Ketai.
どうもです。
You're carrying it around even though you can't use it?
不安なんです。連絡が入った時、すぐに出られるように。
A call?
家族から
Senpai's Kazuku, aren't they?
刑務所、
Ah!
犯罪者をなりわいとしております。
I never knew that!
お金の
Wait,
量
I
が
also didn't know
脱
that.
税でドボンなのですよ。
It seems like a lot happened to her. I'll have to be careful not to become a sexual offender myself.
笑えない。
Now then,
あ
please, get some sleep soon.
エッチなことされそうです。
Oh, rude. I wouldn't do such a thing. Not now. It's fine for Senpai to live easy. With my palm, I closed her eyes. I entered the hallway. I searched for Tomoki, and I was able to find him right away. I called out to him.
太一か。
Worried about your Nessan?
いや、そんなんじゃないけど、事件かなって。それに関係ないよ。親離婚してるし、僕らだって別個の親と暮らしてるし。
Different parents. So, their four-person family was split into half. So that's what happened. Who do you live with, Tomoki?
母親。
So, Senpai's with your Otosan.
まあね。けど、なんかやってるの。二人で。
Yeah, I'm helping with Senpai's club.
どうしてまた？
Well, isn't it nice to have gold?
部活って例のヨタ話？
That's not nonsense.
太一がそういうことするのは、なんか、まあ、訳あってのことだろうけど、他に誰が参加してんの？
The Bucha?
だけ？
はい。
それ部活じゃない。
Well, we call it a bukatsu to pleasure ourselves.
最近いろいろと動いてるのは知ってたけど、部活とはね。
I shrugged my shoulders. What about you, Tomoki? Behaving poisonously toward your sibling?
水いらず。ごめんだね。
I see.
裏切られるぞ。
He spat out. Fine by me. Is not being betrayed a precondition for trust?
そりゃ、
Then aren't I worthless too?
太一は裏切ってないだろ。
No, I've betrayed many things, and I'll betray many more things.
それがお前の普段言うハイレベルなギャグとはどうしても思えない。
That's not what I'm saying. Those precious gems you call gags don't just fall from the sky, you know. You prefer quantity to quality?
とにかく、あまり親しくしない方がいいよ。太一のためだ。
No, I'll get close to her. I'm gonna go where this is going. Tomoki went pale.
何？行くとこって。
He just knows. The goal.
ゴールって。
Penetration. You receive a shot.
それは。けど。
You're thinking too much, immoral. I slap his shoulder.
友樹です。
Be a pure immoral. It's for your sake.
わからないの 95%。
Flying EM waves, blazing friendship, various events, and reconciliation. You too aim for mediocrity. Why don't we both work toward that together? The Kunjo Institute Broadcasting Club is currently recruiting boys with unmanageable lust for older sisters, or onesans. Words borrowed from Senpai. I thought I'd tell Tomoki that as well.
あのな。
Tomoki's coming soon. Stand by the entrance.
太。
You came. Thanks for the food.
わあ、びっくりした。着物着てるし。
Is it a great writer's S?
いつもそんな格好なの？
Of course.
すごいね。
It seems Tomoki respects me all the way more, and all the more now. flying Ian waves, blazing friendship, various events, and reconciliation. You too aim for the mediocrity. Why don't we both work toward that together? The Gunjo Institute Broadcasting Club is currently recruiting boys that are honest about their siscons.
その文句さ、飛び交う電波って部分なんかヤバそうなんですけど。
Does it?
群青でそれは。
On average, 10 in any given class are giving out Ian waves. Ian waves is also a slang term in Japanese that's best defined as incoherent or incomprehensible thought or speech. Okay, interesting. Oh, that's why they call them Dempa people. So when you meet a Dempa girl, you're supposed not to be able to understand what the hell they're saying. If you do, they're not true Dempa girls. Anyway, though they aren't here anymore. Oh, that yeah. Otonashi Ayana, it really is a Dempa girl, a true Dempa girl. Haha. Well, anyway, thank you for the food.
友情は見返りを。
Nothing. We laugh invisibly and raise our thumbs. We're nearly normal
じゃあ
now.
な。
If you ever sell things, will you come to the club? At that moment, his expression hardened.
裏切り者と部活なんてしたくない。
Hi, hi. That I forgot the Japanese. Who might you be?
堂島です。
Oh, we're gonna go through the whole sequence where Yusa-chan was like, when she started to be disgusted with him. Oh my god. Well, considering, yeah, I think they will do that, considering the context was about being betrayed. That cute voice hiding underneath a gangster-like surname. Yusa-chan? It's open. Come in. The door opened timidly, and a pretty girl was standing there. Oh no, this is the one time she went to his house. Unless that is a continuation of what happened. So she, in the first and second route, there's always that flashback when Yusa-chan goes to his house, when after Tomoki or before Tomoki visits. Maybe it all happens in the same day. Anyway.
どうも、こんばん。
I sat her down and served her Mugi-chan. We conversed about many things.
私、今日が誕生日なんです。
Oh, it was today?
それでですね、これ、お誕生日プレゼントです。
Anyway, thanks. But why?
それと、交換日記を明日提出できたらなと思ったので。
So, here's your exchange diary. On top of that, a birthday present from me. The girl is always at a loss for words when she's surprised. So then, why don't I walk you back home? Oh yeah. He walks her back home. I forgot that. She was at an even worse loss for words than before. It's already nighttime, so there are quite a few dangerous people out there, especially in this town. Shall we go? Then I walked her home.
その質問、毎回しますよね、太一さん。難しくてよくわかりませんですけど。はい、教習です。
It's training. Homesickness? Yeah. Assault. Yes. Assault. To attack intensely. Yeah. I like that word. I laughed in my dreams, without stopping. Ridicule. Sunken emotions are soon consumed by the abyss. The gliding, which reminds me of the void of cynicism, melts, and now bare fragments mix into an enormous nucleus and jests. One thought. Enemies are enemies. I'll kill them if I must. But even that thought is something I want to kill. This morning, club activities are proceeding vigorously on the roof. I resolved to join the club, but permission wasn't granted. Senpai pulled a lot of strings for me. So that I wouldn't notice. Although I caught on quickly. Even if I wasn't a club member, I was fine participating in club activities. I was set up in a temporary mood when I ran my mouth off and proclaimed I joined the club. I soon regretted it and tried to take it back. But I was naive. I was dragged.
クロスくん
Dragged.
こんにちは
Pulled and dragged along. Eventually, I was in the club room more often than not.
マザーボードのスロットにケーブルをちょっと
Senpai was effectively the core of the club activities, because she was a human who could take proper action. Just the two of us.
ベイがベイでハードディスクまたケーブルが刺さらない
I couldn't watch this. No, it's this one.
わかりますか
This part, at least.
じゃこっちは
That one. Why not buy one ready-made? Since we don't have any knowledge for this, let's go buy one off the shelf.
これも部活の一部になるかなって ミシって音が
Wait. Please get out of the way. If you do that, you'll just break all the expensive parts you bought.
助かります
The school must be rich, since the parts I think she purchased with the club funds were all high quality.
手際いいですね
Well, as much as anyone else. Sarcasm.
うちの弟もパソコン得意でしたよ
Well, we already know that Taichi is secretly actually good with everything. Same, maybe like a level lower than Yoko-chan, but he tries to hide it by acting very clumsy and all that. But he is equally. he obviously rivals Yoko-chan in some form. What Yoko-chan does in being very good with her, with skills, her body, things he could do physically. Taichi is so good when it comes to mind games, using his brain. Anyway, I wasn't acquainted with him. Is that so?
男の子ですね
You really like those younger than you.
はい年下の男の子って可愛いです
Thanks for letting us know that you're a pedo. I like older women. Sarcasm too.
私も嫌いではないですけどおばさんは恋愛対象にはならないですね
What did she mean by this? That's obvious. I was overexcited. Ohayo.
ペケ君
From the top of the step ladder, Senpai fell off. I caught her in my arms. A lifesaver's emolument. I let her down right away.
どうも
Senpai, that way of falling was just like a cladding caterpillar.
想像させないでくださいなそんなもの
Grimace plus blush. That's right, there aren't any bugs here.
それだけがせめてもの救い
It's nice that cicadas are quiet for once.
え
Come to think of it, in this naturally enclosed town, many cicadas come every year, and many other bugs as well. Fat round beetles and the like, sometimes clinging painfully to the walls of our houses. After living in a town where I can see such things, I naturally had dreams about the moment of release for a larva which resembles white shrimp chili buried in the mountains. If I talk about that while eating shrimp chili in the cafeteria, I ended up fighting against Toko, equipped only with a broken spoon. Oh yeah, that is so Toko. Even with only 2 people, Bokatsu was fun. A presence.
どうしました
No, that was just a bit impure.
あら古風
The door to the school interior. When I opened it, I heard footsteps rushing down. So, it wasn't Yoko-chan. Obviously, Tomoko's spying. That person's way of concealing their presence was childish. which means Tomoki, perhaps? That system component guy just won't be honest with himself. Well, I'll go to the bathroom for now.
剣山
Ah, you're here! The real thing. Homono da.
おんぶ
Huh?
胸抱っこお姫様抱っこ
What?
大地があのメガネ女を抱いた種類
Glasses girl.
多種多様な抱っこがそこにあった
You saw them
お
all?
姫様抱っこお姫様抱っこお姫様抱っこ
It seems she did. I understand what you're trying to say.
お姫様抱っこ
You want me to do that at your age?
年は関係ない
You can live on without being carried in someone's arms. Yoko-chan was expressionlessly disappointed. More importantly, this thing I'd like a bit help with. Yoko-chan, you know a lot about that sort of thing, right?
お姫様抱っ
Are we negotiating? She nodded. I understand, I'll do it. Then you'll help me,
こ
right?
ブライダルお姫様抱っこ
I can't do something that doesn't make sense.
普通のでいい
Then come here. She seemed happy. I'm being tricked. Snug and cozy. How's
い
this?
い
Then I'll let you down.
ダメ
She was upset. More?
もっと私はまだ満ち足りてないもの
That's pretty tough. So she's quite weighty. Damn, man. Well, I'm pretty sure that's pure muscle rather than like... Her muscles are heavier than her fat. A fearsome measure of the next generation of children. Next generation is a weird phrase.
散歩
You want to go for a walk?
うん
She seemed satisfied. If she'd always been like this, I could have honestly fallen in love with her.
いい
I see. No matter what, I end up seeing her stratagems.
すごくいい
Okay. I moved. She was getting heavy. Is that enough?
いや
She made me walk around the school for nearly another 10 minutes. Still?
もうちょっと
My arms! Yet another lap. It's getting
あ
painful.
とちょっ
Give me a number. How long until we will be
ともう
satisfied?
1時間ばかり
My arms will rip off. Forced abdication. That's it.
は
She was disappointed. No trust. I'll sexually harass her with love. Then I'll do something else
あ
instead.
何を
There's something I wanted to try doing at least once.
それは
Reverse piggyback.
意味わか
Please. Imagine a normal
え
piggyback.
え
Generally, the knees of the person on top point forward and the face of the person on the bottom, but now turn that around so he's facing backward. And the person on the bottom stays put. Reverse piggyback.
大地のエロパワーには計り知れないものが
Thank you. Now, let's do it.
それはすごく恥ずかしいことだと思う
It's rare for her to hesitate. Okay, then I'll go ask Mimi
しゃ
senpai.
がんで
Easy. Choroi. Even though there's no way Mimi senpai would consent. Yatta! Yoko-chan stood right in front of
じ
me.
ゃ
I mounted her thighs on my shoulders, one at a time. And then the reverse piggyback was complete. Whoa! 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 No regrets! Man, the reverse piggyback ain't so bad. Last year, I'm pretty sure Tomoki and Mimi senpai had been fighting.
それはお姉姉貴が裏切るから放送部に入ったのだってさ無理やりなんだ帰宅部しようと思ってたのにあなたパソコン少年でしょだったら手伝ってとか言ってさなんで今さら姉貴と仲良く部活動しなきゃなんないのよ
Last year and now. Two falling out. There was a big difference between the two fights. And then today, a year later, Tomoki was eating bread alone. Yo!
ああ パンだったらそこに残ってるよ。傷んでるかもしれないけどな。
Yeah, it probably hasn't gone bad, but it's all karipan. I'm pretty sure that near the center, there, croquepan.
あれ、そんなのあったの？
Your search was naive.
交換しない。
Here,
サンキュー。
Tomoki ate the croquepan. That pan comes out of the broadcasting club's budget.
嘘つくな。
Wait, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue.
学食のパンなんですけど。
Now, you have a duty to help the club. Senpai strategy.
ないって。
Stubborn guy.
手伝う理由なんてないじゃないか。
Because she's family?
いや、だからさ。
He immediately looked fatigued. So I knew it when I said that. Because of the many and varied human relationships. A light attack can become pleasure. Though it's too strong, it'll do damage. Fundamentally, there are no means for people to touch people other than through attacks. I think a friendship is nothing more than the skill of holding back. Why not once in a while?
今日はしつこいんだな。太一らしくもない。
Yeah, it's not like me.
ありのままを愛するのがお前の心情じゃないのか？
The way they are. You want me to love you?
それは言葉のあやだって。
Making jokes or self-destructing doesn't constitute an attack. I know everything. I was like a street performer being noisy in front of his house. Since I sucked at stepping inside, I can only affirm everything about someone. Have no other means. Normally. Well, yeah, it hurts to have that pointed out, but now.
太一も気をつけた方がいいよ。
Why?
裏切られるだけだ。
I won't understand unless you show me an example.
売られるだけだ。
For how much?
真面目に聞く気はないのか？
Go men. I find the serial atmosphere ticklish.
シリアス。
He hit the table. Don't snap like that. It reminds me of biology.
男だよ。小豆バカ。
Speak not of pea brains. Eternal trauma.
この。
Annoy me!
いや。
Yes, Aspirations made by the light-minded enrich the heart. That's why I'm being fulfilled. That's why I'm doing club activities. Here? Or maybe here? What's this hole for? Do I feed the cable through it? I'll put it here for now. That feels like the right spot.
わかりますか？
Well, somehow, Senpai was holding the step ladder below me.
男の子がいると頼もしいですね。
Is that so? Anytime you are in need, I shall. Come to think of it, doesn't she have a Toto? Are you fighting with Tomoki? Senpai's face became overcast.
まあ、ちょっと冷静に。
So, even Tomoki gets in fights. That guy doesn't get seriously mad that often. I've seen Senpai receive a shock from those words.
当然なのかもしれないですね。
What?
人生は難しいです。昆虫しようという感じです。
I didn't understand that.
裏切られるぞ。
Was there some kind of betrayal? Her eyebrows narrowed.
友樹がそう言ってたんですか？
Yeah. Senpai? Senpai looked like she was about to cry, and she was moaning.
なんと言いますかもう。
Juggled the step ladder back and forth. La, 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 la.
ままならねえです。
I'm going to fall. It was a harsh club.
けーくー
Senpai came. An error about 5 minutes. I've been thinking of checking up on her if she was more than 10 minutes late. Hi!
こんばんは。
She stood under the window holding something. And as predicted, I ate her bento. Oishi. Senpai is good at this.
そうですか？料理は最近始めたばかりなんですけど。
A bit of small talk, and then. Alright, yeah. They speed run a sex scene. Like, it's literally just, uh. Okay. And then, intercourse. I fatally retrace conduct that I've experienced several times before. Since I'm used to it more than she is, I should be making it less painful. Why don't we go to the beach tomorrow? An invitation. She was being shy. Okay, that's how speedrun the sex scene was. I was surprised they actually had a sex scene compared to the previous two routes. But that makes sense. That makes sense for the previous two routes. For Kitty, having sex with her was the wrong move, even if she did fall in love with Taichi. Loco, for sure, don't have sex with her, man. It'll just grow her dependency. Anyway, Friday, huh? 3 days left until the world swings back. Today as well. I'll do what I should do. Senpai, I've been waiting.
ペケ君、
You haven't forgotten our promise to go to the beach, right?
海。でも用意してないですよ。
I prepared everything for you. Come on, let's go.
でも日曜日までに放送局を。
I've called a helper in for that. So we'll be going to the beach, and I need you to keep things under control.
私、大地と海に行ったことない。
Some other time. Yoko-chan, for now, while it's still this hot, keep the broadcast preparations going without me. And going to the beach for surveillance is prohibited.
便利に使われる。
Obviously, she knows that they had sex. She was watching. It suits you. Senpai shook her head without any force.
私にはそうは思えません。
If you hide it with a towel, you'll just waste the charm.
知女みたいなんですけど。
Yeah, that swimsuit. Holy shit. That's not true at all. I find Senpai's chaste image incredibly stimulating.
興奮してるんじゃないですか。
But if you ask me whether it suits you or not, I'd say it's the best possible match. If I asked 100 erotic men, they would all say it suits you.
エロくない男の人にも聞いてくださいよ。
There's no such thing as a non-erotic man. I swung my arms out to both sides and screamed.
夢のない。ああ、知女です。恥ずかしい。
Senpai repeatedly cried, I'm a slut. Don't be embarrassed. You're nothing like a slut. I'm just abnormally stimulated since this is the first time Senpai's worn an erotic swimsuit.
それが知女です。そしてあなたはアホです。
Senpai's a slut and I'm a moron. The two of us fit together nicely.
だから知女になったつもりは。
In memory of last year, let's play some beach volleyball. This year, they'll shake as much as possible. Breasts equals beach volleyball. This theorem has not the slightest hint of being mistaken. There.
う
Saya! Sorry. Senpai, why are you receiving with only one hand?
視線を感じるからです。
Even though there's only two of us here.
残ったもう一人の視線です。
Okay, I'll give you a ball you can't receive without using both hands. Hey! Splitting magic ball!
なんで？もう。
Senpai used both hands. Boing. Oh! Supremely balanced, beautiful breasts, moving vertically and non-simultaneously.
目で侵されているような気がします。
A sharp person. Magic ball that suddenly feels like attacking.
とてもアタックを打ちたい加減の高級。もう、へい。
Perfect, beautiful breast, magical rolling. That just became a quite highly ranked memory. Next is,
もうやめて、普通のがいいんです。
I'll leave it at that. A gentle rally. It's fun to do something with someone else.
そりゃあなたは楽しいでしょうけど、
I'm talking about the club.
部活
People disappeared. It got quiet, and hardly anything was left anymore. But it's been fun. Doing something with someone has been fun. If I was alone, I wouldn't be able to breathe.
はい、
Senpai, do you think it's boring?
つまらなくはないですけど、私は
You?
何も考えたくないんです。
Thus, the ball rose high and drew a narrow parabola. Why not? The ball fell back
ただ
down.
何かをしているだけのものに慣れたらいいのに。
Like a robot?
そうです。
That's lonely.
お気持ちはありがたいですけど、
Humans can't become robots, right? We have to enjoy the fun times. A launch it particularly high.
そんな余裕ありません。
My shoulders fell. The ball fell and bounced. Senpai? She made a face as if she just aged 10 years.
これは報いなのかもしれないです。私のしたことに対する。青春したり遊んだりする資格ないんですよね。
Senpai, you have a sin that heavy?
そうですね。
I can't imagine that. I said, I can't imagine that a person like Mimi Senpai would be able to commit a sin.
ペケ君、人の事情を知らないくせにそんなことを言うのは良くないですよ。一度体を許したからって。
But Senpai, haven't you wanted to flee? I walked over and picked up the ball.
何を
That club is for you to flee to, right? But isn't that strange? The world has already become a deluded place. The sins you committed, your regret, your agony, all of them disappeared along with all the people. Oh yeah, I suddenly remembered his monologue when he returns when he tries to get the key from the Koban. And he asks what is sin if there was no one else around, would a sin still be a sin? Don't they lose meaning and all that sort of thing? So that's a nice callback here. The formations and arrangement of sins no longer exist. That which we call morals have become infinitely close to zero. Senpai is clinging abstainedly to that. Though I am too.
そういう考え方はどうかと思います。心の傷は残るものでしょう。私はひどいことをしたんですから。
And you read it? If you could return to that time, Senpai, would you make a better choice? That's why I'm saying there's no meaning in reflection. That's just repeating the same thing over and over. And Senpai's doing exactly that. I can tell. Wakaru. I don't know what happened, but to me, it just looks like Senpai is fleeing. I'm sure you don't have to do club activities. Will you stagnate here or forever? I'm sure you feel some resistance to how I'm saying this, but in order for you to accept your sinful self, don't you have to take some kind of action?
それは無理です。もう絶対に無理なんです。
Why?
人がいないからです。
Then what will you do?
そんなのわかりません。私が聞きたいくらいですよ。
Her expression sank deeply, then disappeared, as if to allow the clear salt water to remain expressionless. At the bottom, there is anguish. Senpai wants to get hurt. Don't you want your sinful self to receive some sort of punishment?
そんなことは。
I took one step toward her. I was right next to her. Why don't I do that for you? I switched to autopilot. That might make things a little easier for you.
そんなのおかしいです。
Senpai was puzzled. Please, come this way. I took her hand and brought her along. without inserting a process to deal with rejection. Senpai did scream slightly, but she showed no resistance. I sat down on the porch of the beach house.
何をするんですか?
What else would I do but exposing my true form? I took it out. Please lick it. It looks different in the sunlight, doesn't it?
舐めるって。
It's called fellatio. Fellatio. Now hurry up.
男の子の舐めるなんて、それにやり方がよく。
Just do it, as if you're licking a popsicle. Now, put it in your mouth. I pushed it. Very nice. They had the sex scene. I hope you guys understand why there's a sex scene here compared to the other routes, right? Anyway.
これで許されるんですか?
This doesn't give you a clue, guys. Why I asked that question. Anyway, Senpai asked while buttoning her blouse. She was horribly sunken. The cause probably isn't that I've harassed her. Something only she knows. A sin won't be resolved by receiving unsuitable punishment. Wait, in the first place?
私はこれで許されるんですか?
No. No sins are ever forgiven. While gazing at the sea, I kicked the sand. The clear grains flew in the fan shape.
じゃあどうしようもないんですね。
After a long silence, a gloomy voice. If I was a slightly better person, I would have been able to comfort her. To go against my own thinking by throwing out an argument with no honesty. But I can't do that. I can't do anything about it. Because I'm confirmed that this was indeed the truth. Silence conveyed her intent. I had no means of comforting her. I've gone a little overboard. I've harassed Senpai. In my happy end. Even though this should have been a beautiful trauma counseling. This is hard. I covered my face. I comprehended the fact that I failed.
親しき中にはあだ名ありです。お互いニックネームを決めましょう。
I had a feeling that pet name was the correct nuance. There's no doubt she likes me as a pet. But either way, I don't know whether or not there's affection in her smile. I'm still wary of her. Yeah, senpai. The idea that resulted from some thought was that horrific.
先輩だけじゃ区別つかないでしょ?
Isn't it reasonable Miyasumi senpai should be just fine?
クロス太一ですから。
She wasn't listening to me.
太一くんはつまらないですよね。
Somaranai? Don't mess around with my name. Her words seemed somehow poignant.
クロスバッテン
You'll note, black mark, but then crossed out are all the same word. Also, the kuro in koroso means black. Kuro. I beg that you please reject that. I lowered my head. I'd rather not be called something that sounds like it's from another dialect.
じゃあバツペケ
In the Kanto dialect, batsu refers to a cross or X, used to mean no or incorrect, usually as opposite to a circle or check mark for yes. Although I knew batsu for punishment.
ペケくん
Continuation. In Kansai dialect, peke means exactly the same thing. You've given me another ridiculous sounding name.
あ、でもいい感じ。私は気に入りましたよ。
You like peke? Some basic thought turned up an X. Now that I think about it, doesn't peke mean useless?
交わるという意味もあったりなかったり。ペケという記号は交差し合ってるんです。
Cross channel. But not supporting each other. That was a bad joke. I can't take any meaning from that other than passing by.
世間から弾かれた私たちも いつか誰かと交差できるといいなという願いが込められてます。
I wonder why the OST for the scene is like this, man. Well, in the previous scene, he felt he failed, but like, you know, why is it in the flashback scenes like this? Well, he was thinking about him making a mistake, and then he thinks about like the cross, the X mark. That's hypercritical and rather forced.
さあ、こっちは決まりましたよ。そっちの番です。
He decided on it. In that case, I had no choice but to play along. I haven't known her that long, but I understood that much. Then, Dore no na.
この法治国家日本で奴隷なんていませんし。
I Dore. I miss Scary, man. I miss Scary. I really miss Scary. I Dore.
どう違うんですか。
So, senpai?
そのメス豚の後輩になるんですよ。
Oppai-san.
そういう目で私の胸を。
You Dore.
ひっくり返す意味がわかりませんです。おっぱいから離れませんか。
She's asking a lot. Ero Megane-san.
拒否。
Aren't you rejecting all of them? I scream. I may be cool-headed, but I can't take this.
あなたが変なのばっかり提案するか。
The Megane onna.
見たままですね。ひねりませんか。
For a person who just tried to call me Black Mark. That line is just too perfect. Mimi.
それは。
Mimi from Miyasumi Misato.
ああ、いい感じ。
She smiled softly. A loose, stupid-looking smile. But I was strangely bashful. There are 3 me's, aren't there, Mimi? Written for the kanji for beautiful 3 times.
アホヒロインみたいな響きに。
Someone here was enough of a moron to talk to a dangerous person like myself. Far too moronic. Somehow it made me want to be kind to her. Mimi senpai.
あ、それがいいです。
It is?
じゃあこれで2人は先輩と後輩ですよ。
She held out her pinky finger. It didn't seem right, but I did the same. A pinky promise. So, we'll be throwing those intimate names around from now on. How's that different from a slave system?
愛ある強制労働ですよ。あ、もちろん友愛の方ですよ。
I see. I shrugged. Evening. There was the senpai I parted from. Yoko-chan wasn't here. Mimi senpai returned and she left as if being replaced. Our lines of sight mingled. They didn't tie together. We only overlapped paths for nearly an hour. I stood still, and senpai moved around slowly. We were both silent. Again, it doesn't seem like I'll be able to tear her away from the antenna, even though I had to step into her heart. I'm afraid to do that myself. Saturday. 1 day left. There's 1 day left. I arrived quickly. I looked and found that the work was mostly finished. Investing in Yoko-chan had made a huge difference. All that's left is to wait. Saturday. She has a high probability of coming. However, Doko. Where is she? However long I waited, the door never seemed to open. Finally, noon passed and senpai came.
あ、ペケ君。
Mimi senpai.
実は。
What?
いえ、なんでもありません。
Mate. I extended a hand and descended powerlessly. She's gone. Well, the work is nearly complete, so that's fine. Have I failed? Stalemate. I could bring her to the Hokora by force. Although he hasn't resolved the main issue here. And also, I don't know if the other diaries also contain the fact that Tomoki would always attempt to sabotage the antenna. No good. We won't attain anything that way. Any development which only I'm satisfied is no good. Same goes for one in which only Senpai is satisfied. It might just be arrogant of me. But we had to exchange. And there's a sensation in our hearts touching each other. But even so, how could I make this end well? I don't know. I was waiting forever. Neither Senpai nor Tomoki would appear. Time passed on uselessly, I thought. The fact that Tomoki didn't come here means that he didn't feel like helping. Sumari. I heard a strange sound, intermittently. An unsettling noise. The sound of destruction. Huh? I leaped up. He came out of the free path structure. It was Tomoki. He was carrying a pair of huge industrial pliers. The thing could sever a bicycle chain. Wait a second. How did was Sakuraba hanging around this the school the entire time that he was able to witness Tomoki destroying the antenna? Anyway, the antenna was being destroyed. Especially the wiring and machinery. It was thorough. He wasn't demolishing out of rage. He was accurately killing its functionality with rational thought and tools. Calm destruction. He hadn't realized my existence. His model construct of zeal dulled his awareness of his surroundings. I approached him silently and hit him. When his eyes recognized me, his shock disappeared in a moment. I looked at the unhealthy Tomoki. We hit each other without words. A calm fight, more like a grapple. 5 minutes later, I was the one who won. With Tomoki's sensitive tendons, he never stood a chance. Tomoki appeared to have resigned himself, as he didn't resist when I sat on him and began talking. Do you remember Yusa-chan?
Eh?
Yusa-chan. She lived near us. She grew fond of me. She came with us to the beach.
Ah, あの子か。
I would always dress myself up when I contacted that girl. I only showed her my good side. I acted, and I was sociable. As a result, Yusa-chan grew fond of me. I liked her too.
それが何?
Isn't that a betrayal?
Huh?
The act of knowing one's true self and trying to hide it. The act of trying to deceive. It conflicts with the generally good deed of showing your honest self. That's why it mustn't be done. In the end, I was found out. That girl started hating me. Our relationship broke off bitterly, and my experiment ended. It couldn't be helped. I've been deceiving her. Are you also someone who despises betrayal? Are you the type who can't forgive
だ
betrayal?
って、姉貴は
He said as if gasping. His words didn't continue. He seemed unable to calm down as he looked back at me. I betrayed Yusa-chan, then we broke off. But the reason that the girl hated me wasn't because I've been hiding my ugliness. That ugliness was rejected by her very biology. Is it really betrayal that you can't forgive? To me, what you're doing looks just like what she did. You made a club and devoted yourself to it. All the people had disappeared, you know. The world of hearts had disappeared, you know. It becomes sparse. Tomoki, you understand what that means? Not everything about humans is correct. Will you accept them or not? That's all. If you're going to accept someone, don't tack reasons onto your feelings. If you do, you won't be able to get away with saying that your love was a lie.
僕だってそう言いたかった。
Huh?
正しいことばかりが人間じゃないって姉貴に。
I don't know what happened.
姉貴は家族を売ったんだ。父親を警察に。
Police? 警察?
姉貴は離婚した父親の方に行ったんだ。僕は母さんにそうしろって父さんも言うから。父さんは大変だったんだ。母さんへの慰謝料とか学費とか。
Damn, the child support.
仕方なかったんだ。
It hit me. But to commit crime? To get money?
金銭じゃない。ただ生きるための必要なけど姉貴は許さなかった。姉貴が通報したんだ。
Senpai. Regulations. Rules. That people mutually exchange.
家族でも売り飛ばすんだ。姉貴はあの人はな、自分の価値観を人に押し付けたがるんだよ。それが受け入れられなかったらすぐおかしくなる。わざと怪我してみたり付きまとったり。
What about soul injury?
あれは姉貴の攻撃なんだよ。自分を攻撃することで人を攻撃してるんだ。この部活だってそうさ。ああやって一人でこもって嫌みたらしく没頭して、あれは僕らに対する攻撃なんだよ。
They coincided. Club equals attack. So that's what it was.
すぐにおかしくなるぞ。怪我をするぞ。わざと怪我をする。
Dark fire in Tomogi's eyes. A bonfire of animosity. Tomogi's laughing. Despising people is comfortable.
怪我をしやすいように振る舞う。僕がどうしてバスケをできなくなったと思う？
What?
姉貴をかばったんだよ。
He spat that out hatefully.
その姉貴の価値観は規則だよ。あの人はな、人に自分を認めさせたいだけだ。自分の居心地のいい場所にしたいだけなんだよ。
You really hate her?
大嫌いだね。
ともき。
Oh, she's been watching this whole time. Senpai, I've been standing behind me. Tomogi noticed too. His words didn't stop. He wanted to throw out everything.
どんなに親しくしてもダメさ、太一。何かの弾みで姉貴のルールから外れたらおしまいだ。姉貴には絆なんていらない。
ともき、私。
人がいなくなってもう守るべきルールなんてどこにもないから。だからもう姉貴はこのまま破滅するしかないよ。
The world is a patchwork of hearts. Rules were their wreckage.
あのね、ともき。私ね。
Her teary voice passed through me, toward
う
Tomoki.
るさいよ。
Tomoki screamed toward me. That was a convenient wall.
姉さんは裏切り者だ。父さんがあんたをかばったんだろ。母さんがあんたを捨てようとしたのをかばったんじゃないか。その父親を裏切るって何？全然わからない。意味わかんない。
He's crying. Look, don't you love Tomoki from the bottom of your heart? But Senpai showed no sign of
父
crying.
さん、これから長い時間償わないといけなくなる。そんなに自分が大切なら一人で生きていけばいいんだよ。
Those last words made a deep impression. That's right. The heart is ego. Ego is the power to blot out the heart's boundary lines. Innumerable hexagons buried into the world. Each and every one of them was a heart. They had to be the same size. They had to be the same shape. If they aren't, they'll receive too much pressure. Most of them can't endure it. When one can endure it, it becomes a monster that hurts, destroys, and devours everything around it from dusk to dawn to dusk. While crushing the area its neighbors occupy.
ともき。だから。
She tried to smile mildly, a half smile,
私。
a half smile. She couldn't do it, and her mouth tightened. The sound of Senpai kicking the ground came at the same time that I pulled back to consciousness. She fled. I stood up. I extended the hand to Tomoki. So Senpai gave her father up to the authorities.
はあ、そうだよ。2回崩壊させたんだ。
A flat tone of voice, a denouncing attitude meant to appear unconcerned.
1回目は僕の怪我だ。これで母さんは嫌になったんだ。
Because she's the same gender, maybe she saw her daughter as hers and hers alone.
父さんは最後までかばってた。それで僕らは2組に分かれた。
He left a gap of a few seconds.
それでもよかった。母さんはノイローゼになってたから。
It was better to be apart.
けどあの人は父親にも。
Yeah, that's right.
太一。
I understand Senpai's feelings. You're quite healthy, so I doubt you would. It's not related to her will. We behave automatically.
自動的って言われても。
When that sort of situation arrives, We can only react in a certain way. It's present. It's preset. 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 Whatever love might happen, or bonds there might be, it doesn't matter. Something that's right in the middle of our brains make us do that. We can't control it with rationality. That's why, even though she loves someone, she can destroy them. If anything, the more she cares, the easier it is. She'd want to touch them with the fingertips turned to blades. And when we tend to hate her for that, Tomoki was silent for just 1 minute.
太一も
What did you think I was? I'm a guy over the 18th percentile, you know? I smiled slightly.
だって太一は平気じゃん。うまくやってるじゃん。
An act. That's all an act. I love you, Sachan. But that girl, she's been harassed forever. After I learned that, there was a time I pushed her down. I understood rationality that I shouldn't do that, but I couldn't hold back. I really can't control it. Don't forget that, Tomoki. Everyone in Gunjo is like that. They're hurt and hurting someone else. What wind passed between the two of us. Dry air rushing through the wastelands. It made my skin feel cold. The Tomoki I saw appeared to be freezing. There's nothing to be done if you really do hate Senpai, but that dad of yours would probably forgive Mimi Senpai. Because they respect one another. But if you can't do it, then there's nothing to be done. Merging human relationships and interests would just become strange. Just do as you like. Am I wrong? Go on a trip is fine. Just like your dad's.
僕は
Take your time thinking about it. You're the only one who can find the answer. If you find it, tomorrow morning, come to the Shinto shrine in the morning in the mountains.
社
Around midday, Senpai and I will be there then. By the way, I had sex with Senpai. Tomoki was amazed. I waited for a minute, but he didn't come and hit me. His shaking lips whispered something. I read them as I see. I hardly heard anything. If there's something you want to say, come to the shrine at midday tomorrow. No answer. I left Tomoki there with his complicated face and chased after Senpai. Where would you go besides Hiru? I like how he literally just said, I had sex with your sister. Just to elicit an response. But he was like, okay. I guess he was totally cool about it. Ish. I don't know. This pattern hasn't happened before. I had to persuade her. Even if that means showing her my own wound. Senpai's house was closed. Hello? The door was closed. I can unlock it, but I sharpened my senses. Within the shell of the house, I could feel Senpai's faint presence. I was aware of heat lurking in my lower abdomen. Oh, with the power of my dick. If it sprung up, I'll be unable to control it. I hesitated. I thought. In the end, I returned home. That was when the night got cold. Wounded bodies sink and heal in the darkness. It's quiet. Someone called me from outside the window. If I fail at conquering Senpai, I'll do it over. I'll increase the opportunities for us to touch one another. I was aware of that weakness. I slapped my cheeks. Keep it together! Swiftly, before I ended up making memories that would become mortal wounds. I got into bed and slowly calmed myself down, in order to quiet my heart that had become arrogant during the fight, in order to calm down my low-capacity rationality. Okay. After one evening, I was calm. Time to go. I came here just in case. She doesn't seem to be here. She's still cooped up at home. In front of Senpai's house, the garden had run wild with weeds. That doesn't happen in a week. This doesn't happen after what? This doesn't happen in a week. After her father became absent, Senpai hadn't taken care of them. Why not? Because it was painful. I went to the back door. This one was locked too, but it was an old disc cylinder type. I inserted my tools into the keyhole and moved the tumblers. Not long after, I heard it open. Here I come. Since my objective wasn't to scare her, I announced my intrusion in a loud voice. I took off my shoes and entered. None of the rooms on the first floor seemed right. The second floor. Only 2 rooms. One was empty. Just a bed and empty bookshelves. Which means... I'm here! I spoke up. The location has changed, but what I'm doing is the same. I'm following Senpai around. That's all I want to do.
何用です。
She answered. I wanted to talk.
帰ってほしいです。
Well now,
クロス君、
my surname. Hi?
部活はもうおしまいです。好きに生きてくださいな。
She said faintly. I am living how I want. To a certain degree. I like talking to Senpai. So may I talk for a while? I heard about your dad, Senpai. How to put it? Well, I generally think of that as rather lurid. It seems Tomoe was thinking that too. I'm sorry for making that mistake. But, Senpai, don't you love your Otosan to pieces? I sense her breathing stopping.
どうしてそう思いますか？
And then a response. A dialogue was beginning to form. Because Senpai is a person of regulations. Especially with people close to you. That you care about. You desire them to be within certain standards. Wasn't that why you spoke to me? If that person deviates from the rules, then you expose them. Or you would do that. I guess it's like psychology of harassing someone because you like them. I think that humans either do or don't care about the essence of other humans. And that's it. Everything else is just reason stacked on afterward.
わかんないです。
It's the distinction between liking and wanting to take part in. If you have no interest in someone, you won't contact them. Normally, if you like someone, you'll interact with them from an appropriate distance. But we're just a little bit broken. So, even though we don't want to, we break and hurt them. That isn't a denial of that feeling of love. In fact, it's because you love them. Because you want them to look at you. Senpai wants to be hurt. But her Otosan. That's why you do things to hurt yourself. And that was how Senpai contacted her Otosan. How was that reasoning?
全然外れです。探偵は廃業した方がいいですよ。
Oh, lies. Why are you carrying that cell phone?
癖です。
Aren't you waiting for a call? From your Otosan?
ええ。
If that actually happened, what would you talk about? Would you say embezzlement is bad?
違います。
I know.
私はただ
Tada.
謝りたいんです。謝りたいだけなんです。
To say you're sorry?
ごめんなさいって。
Crimes mustn't be committed. What Senpai did was right. So why do you want to apologize?
だって知らなければよかった。気づかなければ、そうしたらずっと幸せでいられたのに。好きでしたよ。私をかばってくれたお父さんもお母さんもともきもみんな。けどもう謝ることもできない。ぶち壊しにしたまま亡くなってしまって、何もしたくなかった。何も考えたくなかった。どうしようもないことですから。けどもう限界です。死にたい。今すごく自分を壊したいですよ。でも死ぬの怖い。 一人で死にたくない。だからなんか気持ち悪い。生きてるのが気が狂いそう。
No, I make it all better. I can make it better with senpai.
何言ってる？
I have things which senpai would call rules. I've been wondering whether you realize that.
ペケ君は人を
Hi. With an innocent urge to like playing with a cat.
私をあなたが
Gently. Hesitation behind the door. The door didn't even convey body heat, but I felt it anyway.
本当に
Hi.
もしそれが本当なら私もうね
The door opened quietly. We were silent on the path. There was no need to converse. It's this way.
はい
Once in a while, I'd confirm she was there by speaking up. Senpai followed me without a word. I looked at my watch. It's just about the right time. Arrival. The crossing point continued to exist there, unchanged. It resembled veiled mist. Cut to think of it. I spoke of unrelated things. Small talk began suddenly. Senpai's eyes widened a little, and she chimed in vaguely. We were just waiting for the arrival of Scarlet. We wasted about another few minutes with such unsubstantial dialogue. Oh, I think it's about to start. Come this way. I took her soft hand and led her. Her fingertips were cold. Is she afraid? I stood in an appropriate place. Please, stand here.
あのこんなことを言ったらいけないのかもしれないですけど怖いんです。
I guess you would be. After that, Senpai couldn't produce words. She was confused by the abnormal situation. Because you have to hold in your heart and live in a world with people.
人なんて
I held a finger to her mouth. Someone was coming this way. Parting the grass and slamming feet into the ground. Running. That guy shouldn't be running, but he is. So there's no time to talk slowly. In the end, I gazed long and hard at Senpai. In order to paint her in my memory. The world began to disintegrate. The atmospheric density modified and the sky darkened.
夕日
I stepped back. Thank you for inviting me to your club, Senpai. Her body suddenly hardened. You knew that was just you pushing your values onto me. I was happy. Thank you for showing an interest in me. I'll never forget. You, your words, or your memory.
痛くしないでくださいね。
Taking shoulders, a shaking voice. I wanted to embrace her. I turned my heels and distanced myself from Senpai. Gomen, when I said I'll make things easier, that was a lie. Senpai, you're going to live on while suffering. I won't be there with you, but... In front of her shoulders, her small hands shook. Goodbye, Senpai. It's been fun. The moment Senpai tried to say something, I closed my eyes. And when I opened them, she was no longer there. I felt a total fatigue, as if my chest had been gouged out. That hurt. However, tears won't come out. This was an unfinished feeling. Even I disliked it. Tomoki came.
兄貴はどこ？
It was sudden. He was rushing. He'd come running and he was sweating. That way, over there.
二人で何してたの？
We were gathering edible plants.
太一が連れ出したんだろ？
That's right. Hurry. She's in trouble. Go save her. He turned pale.
どっち？
That way, that way.
いないんだけど。
The coordinates overlap. Please, tell Yusa-chan. I'm sorry.
は？
Goodbye. That's gone. Tried to be immoral. Tomoki was sent back. I wonder how Sakura gets sent back.
ペケ君姉さん
姉さん。
とも き、どうしてここに？
話をしよう。話したいことがあるから。
ともき、あなた、
あれラジオが。
電波が入って、
姉さんの携帯？
鳴ってる。かかってきてる。
誰から？
お父さんの。
それって。
わからないけど、まるで長い夢を見ていたみたい。もしもし。
I went through with it. Senpai and Tomoki are no longer here. I'll never see them again. That hurts. I can only remember them. So fast. I leaned against the hokora and closed my eyes. I was enveloped in a strange, indescribable dizziness. I got a feeling like the world was shaking, and my semicircular canals were producing illusions. I've been continually thinking only about those two. My consciousness faded. My body ceased all major functions. With only a human's perceptive abilities, I can observe myself being disintegrated and reconstructed. The world was easily disintegrated. I can't know when it will end. In that place, I'm living. The battle continues. Next week. All right. I think I could go one more route, or maybe maybe half a route. But before I get started with that, I need to pause and I need to quickly play one run of Uma Musume. I've been ignoring my dailies today. I can imagine I'll be doing that for this whole week because Silent Hill left, and I really want to finish the story for Cross Channel. I'm really enjoying it. Those things can wait. Anyway, I'll be right back. Where's the pause button? There it is. All right, I'm back. I'm not sure if I can even reach half a route. Maybe 30 minutes best, but like that's as far as I can go tonight. Again, tomorrow I won't be able to upload. I'll be playing Silent Hill F, and I don't know how long I'm gonna be playing, but I'll be playing it a lot. But don't worry. At least I feel like I can finish the whole thing this week. So that includes the weekend, so maybe we could finish in the weekend. Anyway, let's continue so we can get started. And then I woke up. Just in case, I checked the depths of the bushes. Okay, we could probably skip. Okay, go to school. Now then. I went to the cafeteria. Okay, so it's automatic. Sakuraba had been eating karipan. This guy is simple, piece of cake. I'll just have to push his body over there on Sunday. Sakuraba! Come to my house on Sunday morning. Although I can't just trust him, of course. I woke up. Sunlight was penetrating through the window. I must have been sleeping soundly and didn't have a single dream. That time, 7 a.m. I had to go to school.
Yo.
Here. I handed him a surgical mask.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Whoa. Oh. I thought we saw the scene already. Anyway. He put it on without any questions.
腹が減った。
You're not eating?
1時間目の授業に備えている。
Is eating karipan your class?
カレーパンがなくなるその日まで。
He decided coolly. Just like the record said. Can't you just eat instant kare?
カレーは嫌いだ。
Just like the record said. The records are accomplishing a lot.
いくし。
Oh, there's the hexagonal tragedy. This was also in the records. From what I've confirmed so far, its occurrence rate was above 15%. which calculates being hit with a stopwatch 1 out of 7 every 7 times. But a great person in the past, me, devised a means of evasion to equipping him with a mask.
マスク取っていいか
I cannot allow that.
辛いな人生は
That's exactly right. I'll go home now.
そうか
Make sure you come to my house on Sunday morning.
了解だ大丈夫だ
Okay. Can I trust him? Remember, in one of the routes, he decided to travel out the... He went to travel, right? So there might be a possibility he plans to go out of the town. Anyway, Wednesday, to school. A gate to prevent running away. It didn't seem like to be protecting the students so much as protecting the outside world from us. That's the impression it held. Here again?
はあ飽きてきた
Indeed. I have one thing to say to you. You, who is covered in a sense of negligence. Don't go off on the journey. At least he thought about that.
分かった
Get my permission first.
分かった
That's instantaneous compliance of yours is what's worrying me. Are you listening?
平気だお前の許可を取ればいいんだろ
So, you do
冒
understand.
険は旅に含まれるのか
It goes for everything.
全部か探検もそうだな
Like he's just picking up some random ass synonyms. All content involves leaving the town is out.
ああ納得だ
Really?
なあ一つ疑問があるんだが
Huh?
なぶるって字さ
Yeah.
興奮するよな
Aren't you impotent?
太一おい太一
What? What?
旅に出ることにした
Karate chop to the neck. Sakuraba collapse.
旅に
You're still saying that. Journeys are prohibited.
それは辛いな
Prohibited until next week.
来週からはいいのか
Yeah, they're okay from next week on. Just a few more days of perseverance.
そうか分かった
You're a spontaneous guy. You said nothing about this yesterday.
聞いてくれ
What is it?
カレーパンに飽きてきた
You know... あのさ...
刺激が足りなくなった何か面白いものを探しに行く
I have a feeling that the blood of fairies runs in your veins.
それにもしかしたら人と会えるかもしれない
So, it's not that he isn't thinking about it.
そうそう借りていた金も返そうと思ってな
Yeah, it does feel like you borrowed
い
some,
くらだったかな
even though there's no longer any meaning in money. Strange guy. Hinna no yatsu? Or something like that. Well, I don't remember the amount.
とりあえず小銭入れごと渡そう
He took out his wallet.
あと足りない分はこれで補ってくれ
He took a wooden box out of his baggage. Ah, that's okay. Please bring that back with you.
そうか金になると思うが
You can't do that. You need to donate it to a history museum somewhere. I like how he remembers what that box contains.
んなあ来週の旅のことなんだが
Yeah, what is it?
お前も一緒に来ないか
Me? On a journey?
どうだ
It sounds fun. Next week, Raishu. Sure, I'll go with you.
よし二人で鷹になるぞ
Well, please make it a sparrow or a kite.
じゃあ俺はそろそろ旅に出ることにする
Wait up! ちょっと待ってください. Did I just tell you to stay here until Sunday?
ああ悪い忘れてた
To Abunaya. Sakuraba, you're under arrest.
何
An immediate arrest with no warrant.
急ぎで
That's right. So live here until Sunday. And now I shall give you the pitiful second name of Sakuraba.
マジかかっこよすぎじゃないか
Too pitiful. I subdued Sakuraba. And then morning, I woke up. Sakuraba, we're going.
ああ朝飯は
We'll eat when we get there.
わかった
Let's go
どこに向かっているんだ
to a picnic.
随分と無彩ピクニックだな
Yep, that is the true concept.
来週は旅に出るぞ
Please go. Please go. Okay. I brought Sakuraba to that place. Hold this.
なんだラジオか
I figure it'll be a good indicator. So walk straight ahead of here.
あ
Slowly.
ここか
Yeah, that's good. Straight ahead. Stop there. Right in my line of fire. Now, there should only be a few minutes left. This one came down to the wire.
なあ太一
ん
どうしてこういうことをするんだ
Well, there isn't any real meaning to it.
意味はあるだろうさそういう目をしているからな
You?
俺たちは親友じゃないか
What was this guy saying? I lost any words I had left. This is the 21st century, you
ひ
know?
るむのはもうおしまいなのか
Sakuraba. Omaera.
寂しいことだなお前が俺を嫌うのなら仕方ないけどな
No. Yeah. No, Sakuraba, that's not it.
おかしなことばかり起こるな人がいなくなったり
The sky darkened.
急に夕暮れになったり
There's no time. I had to send him back. But I can't look at his stupid face again. Even though that's all there is to it. Sakuraba?
けど一番ショックなことはお前が追い詰められているのに何もできないことだ
You idiot! Think only about yourself. It's 100 years too early for you to worry about anyone else. Sakuraba's in no position to say anything serious.
昔のお前そんな感じだった
Huh?
最近はずっと無理してるみたいだったからな懐かしい
I was a long time ago? Making me remember that at this time. Just go, you idiot! I observed, closed my eyes, and opened them.
太一放送太一ラジオがそうかそうか
I like how he just understood. I like how he just understood. I returned the discrepancy. Called Sakuraba to normal. But seriously, my friend? Who would say such a thing at a time like this? Who, I asked? Comically. I couldn't stop laughing. But however much I laughed, my vision didn't blur. That's why Sakuraba. This was for the best. I won't see that guy again. The memories I stored up were all that Sakuraba was to me. Idiot! I became strangely afraid and held my shaking knees. I looked down and closed my eyes. Red invaded through my eyelids. And then the world revolved again. Don't worry, this is not what I mean by a route. Jesus. I was actually curious how they're gonna send out Sakuraba. Okay, that was a fun answer. All right, here we go. Miki, she's the last. I passed the school and headed for the housing complex where Miki lives. Miki was jogging up the hill. She found me. She rushed toward me while stumbling. She cried. She leaped into my chest. I caught her. Yeah.
この家にも誰もいないです本当に誰もいないですいなくなっちゃってます
Yeah, that's a problem. I consoled her while patting her back.
どういうことっすかこんなことあったらダメです
A small girl, How much happiness, a coincidence, and time would I need to raise an invincible Miki? Aren't I here?
はいよかったいてくれて
I woke up this morning. Oh,
お
that's
母
the one.
さんとかいなくてご飯もなくてそんでみんなまでいなくなってたらって考えたら
Were you scared? She nodded as if to rub her forehead against me.
嫌ですこんなの私嫌
It really is lonely without other people.
帰りたい
You want to go home?
帰りたい帰りたい
I see. You want to go home.
キリちゃんに会いたい他のみんなにも
At least this is consistent that Kitty also disappeared because we already sent her home, so you know. So now she couldn't even find her. I handed her my handkerchief. It was quickly stained. Thanks to the surface tension, the girl's overflowing tears were like pearls. Kirichina, 1 week. Sunday is everything. She never stopped crying. We came to school holding hands. You know, that's some stuff to do. So, Miki, what about you?
ここで切り待ちします
I see. Well, bye.
あ用事終わった後まだ用事あるんですか
She asked while waving her arms. I won't.
ここで待ってるんでここに
Why not wait in classroom?
人のいない建物に入りたくないんです息が詰まりそうで
I understand. Then I'll finish this quickly.
ハンカチも弁償しますお金以外で
Why? My sexual harassment soul suddenly will. Sexual harassment soul. That's fine. I only had that handkerchief because I can't leave a crying girl alone. Immediate effect. The classroom. Kiri's not here. She's not here anymore. However many times I repeat, Kiri will never appear again for all eternity. The very word eternity is nearly a contradiction, but there are no means for Kiri and I to connect to one another. A natural punishment to be inflicted on me for using those girls to store provisions in my heart. Batsu. Ah, yeah, there we go. Batsu can mean punishment, but can also refer to a cross or X used to mean no or incorrect. We kind of got that from Miyasumi Senpai's route. Kurosu. But I can no longer cross with her. But how can I explain that? To Miki. My head hurts. I turned to the front gate. Miki was crouched down with her head between her knees. Miki, I'm here.
先輩キリが来ません
Maybe she's taking the day off.
じゃあ家にいる
Right now? I'm not sure. She might have gone out.
行きます
Right her own date. Ah, wait.
はい
Since we're here, come play with me. Miki stopped. As I thought, her lack of experience points made her reaction stall.
二人だけで
How inelegant. I'm inviting you on a date.
デート
She meaninglessly repeated my words. Her wheels aren't needed for a date. We can just collude ourselves in our very little world.
なるほど
It seems like I pressured her into agreeing. I won't take up too much of your time. Actually, even Kiri has nice she wants to be left alone, right? Okay, let's go toward the housing complex without returning to school.
あ、でも様子見ておきたいのですが。
Don't worry about it. I pulled her along. The current Miki probably wouldn't recover if she sunk even once. Fragile. But that's normal. It means she's a normal girl. She's uneasy without Kiri. I can just make her hesitate for a week. She'll return to her normal life. But it's meaningless to just send her back. There's a need for me to obtain some things from her. I woke up. Sunlight was penetrating through the window. I must have been sleeping soundly and didn't have a single dream. The time, 7 a.m. I had to go to school. Miki was there. Are you still waiting?
あ、先輩、来ないんですよ。何かあったのかも。
I've come with a message from Kitty. She went to investigate the atomic power plant with Yoko-chan. How manly of her.
朝倉先輩。
Yeah, Hasakura senpai let her come along as a guest. So much for that plan. Well, there goes that plan.
久しぶりにお会いします。
Okay, Doc. I poke her in the back.
さくらきりと発電所を調べる。誰にも邪魔はさせない。
She said, as if informing it.
なるほど。
It had a force, which wouldn't let her to say no.
キリチンは今どこに？
She's already on the plane. What the hell? So that's why you can't see her. Isn't that right, Yoko-kun?
そうですか。
So, good luck with the investigation.
わかった。
We saluted each other. This is where her role ends. So after I made Yoko-chan go home.
朝倉先輩が言うのなら間違いはないですよね。
Yep.
でもちゃんといるんだ。
To heave a sigh from her flat chest. Do you have to emphasize her having a flat chest? Although the other Miki had a larger chest. It was proof that she stayed for a long time in that she kept repeating, well, why don't we eat some sweets at a more refreshing place?
お菓子？
Her eyes changed color. Solid and gummy candies. Handmade. Suddenly I kind of started craving for candy. Shit. Her eyes changed color.
手作り？
By Yoko-chan though. By the looks of things, these are low in sugar and are good for your looks. The gummies are made from cognac jelly. 0 calories.
ゼロカロリー？
It's been decided.
ママの味がする。
I like how they just recycled the lines.
やだ、ほっぺが落ちそう。
Yup. Miki was in a good mood, eating handmade sweets.
朝倉先輩も謎が多い人ですよね。
He does.
恋人なんですか？
No, we just lived together once.
同棲？
It's kind of weird. We're going through the same set of lines, but without Kitty. No, not the same as cohabitation. We had no parents, so we were both being taken care of at that house. Something like siblings.
そうでしたか。
Now, let's have some thousand-year candy. Let's lick on these together like icicles.
千歳飴だ。
Miki smiled. The day I spent with Miki was fun. We accumulated many casual scenes, but I knew the value was heavier than the impression. There's very little time left for us. Maybe this is also deception. But if she returns to the other side, Kitty will be there. Miki will forgive me, right? Both Mikis. Wednesday. To school. I gave to prevent running away. It didn't seem to be protecting the students so much as protecting the outside world from us. They really like to recycle this line so much. That's the impression it held. Ohayo?
様子。
If you're looking for Kitty.
ああ、いえ、今日は違います。先輩待ちです。
Does that mean I can expect something?
恋愛感情はゼロですけど大好きです。
Far away.
先輩、なんだか吸えた匂いがしますね。
Ah, this perfume. It's called sweat mint.
嘘だー、そんな香水あるわけねー。お風呂は
That? I'm a gentleman, so I don't need to bathe.
水浴びとか。
We can't waste water, right?
じゃあ今日で
Since today's Wednesday, I guess this is the third day. Imagine that. No, I don't want to imagine that. I inform her in a moronic tone. He lost consciousness. Are you okay? I ruined my shirt and bore down on her. Serious resistance.
うっかり気絶もできませんね。
Sorry, that was a spinal reflex.
なんて危険な脊髄。
Well, don't worry about it. I'm not going to die for not bathing.
汗臭い先輩嫌いです。
Even if you say that,
来てください。
I was taking along. Miki brought a hose out of a prefab structure.
先輩、服脱いで。もち、下も。
Very well. I stripped.
なんて下着を。
Is he wearing the elephant underwear? Miki was bright red. I saw this coming, so I tried being faithful to the original. That which stood on the roof was none other than I, in the elephant underwear. The handle attached to the hose was released. An intense flow of water attacked me.
そらそら。
An infuriating citrus mint. Body soap was thrown out, and a whole bottle of it. Do I stink that badly?
先輩、ゴシゴシこすって。
Hi, hi.
私が水かけますから、先輩は洗うのに専念してください。
I'd like to be unwashed rice.
じゃがー。
There was a novel splash sound that reminded me of the onomatopoeia for feline animals. Miki really was their promising rookie. Even though you were all over Kitty in the pool, I'm just something to splash. Damn! The flow of water hit the elephant's nose. I erected.
どうしてそれだけでそうなるんですか。
I made her cry. Please, listen to my sensitive body!
もう知らない。
I told you the lower half of my body is a different being. Well, why not make this part clean too? As my rod rubbed lightly against the top of the elephant, I tried to undo the button.
やめれ。少女の前ですることか。
Ah! A supreme watery force beat my face. When I fell over, I could see the sky. Miki isn't coming. I remember. The first day I met Miki. I think I was the first to talk to Miki in all of Gunjo. She was a lovely little lad chased out of her original school and brought to Gunjo. The first day. She didn't bring anything which could be called lunch, I think. I got that information via Miyuki, who's become Miki's classmate, and immediately went in search of her, in order to set up a coincidental meeting in front of the main gate, close so as not to cause trouble for the neighbors. Miki had been standing there at her wit's end. One could say it was a common freshman behavior. Hi! What's it? Or something like that. Then a lot happened. She laughed softly.
変な人。
I confess a little. Now that it's come to this, I'll eat her by force.
何してんですか。
They skipped the whole story about him running jumping off the fence to buy some food for Miki and all. I got in an argument with Kitty, who had the same objective.
なんだかな。
While we warned with words, Miki watched with a complex expression. However long I waited, Miki didn't come. There's no choice. I was depressed. I'd like to feel a breeze. The route without senpai is a quiet, lonely place. I I lay down and spread out, as if making a snow angel. The wind blew over me, though I wished to be taken away by it, like a feather. The human body is too heavy. Release won't come for me. Humans can be aware of their own weight. I had to go search for Miki, but when I closed my eyes, my consciousness grew dim. I felt something and opened my eyes. Miki,
はい、
smiling.
ミキです。
The corners of her eyes were red. Did something happen?
寝ててください。
I can use your
エ
lap
ッチなことしないでいてくれるなら、
if I do.
福原の度合いにもよりますが、
All rel-
こ
Oh, okay, that's sorry, that's her line. That would be scary. I can't do
う
anything.
本当に
Yeah, that'll be pretty scary. It might be enough to cause 100 mega shock.
じゃあ寝てていいです。びっくりしました。倒れてたから。
I was sleeping.
またそんなとんでも日常を。でもそういう時の先輩が一番いいですね。
Am I?
面白おかしく毎日がお祭り騒ぎみたいで。
Before we continue, I really like Miki's hairstyle. She really comes from the era of the hair vents. I like those. I miss those designs. Anyway, tears. Yeah, I can imagine she was afraid. She thought he's dead, or like he left her or something. I mean, he wasn't in the gate, right? So, you know. When she cried directly above me, I couldn't react. Miki?
でも先輩と遊べば遊ぶほど物足りなくて、キリチいないし、他のみんなも親もクラスメートも日常はなくなっちゃったんだなって。
So even playing with me couldn't help. Well, yeah, nothing can be done about that.
そういう意味じゃないんですけど、私自信なくて。
When it comes to...
生きていく。
Don't say that. Believe in yourself. Thoughtlessly.
無理っす。キリチいなくなったんですよね。
How did you...
なんとなく。だって人がいないんですから、そう考えるしか。みんな消えたんです。だからキリも消えた。私たちもいつか消えるんですか？消えてなくなっちゃうんですか？
Yeah, the Roshou Miki is much more nervous and much more... I could see why she ended up like being the kind of Miki that tried to repeat the loops. That's actually interesting. They gave you half of her story in her route and half of her other story in this route. Okay. We might.
ほら先輩だって認めた。
You know, Miki, everyone dies in the end. Are you going to give up on living now because you'll die someday? It's fine to just disappear. Why not live until you do? There are plenty of fun things to do.
どんな
Let's see. Why not live with me?
先輩と告白ってやつですか？
I'll buy you anything you want. I passed my hike and gagged by her, and Miki peeked into my
エ
eyes.
ッチなことしようとか思ってます？
I will do them. I will indeed do perverted things. That is the determined attitude. That should... Okay, my brain. I will indeed do perverted things. That is the determined attitude that should be taken by those who believe in the significance of their existence. The moment you cross my threshold, you are at one with the non-virgins.
はい。
Embarrassed behavior. And that is because once you are like a cat in the box, Virgins and non-virgins are identical. Sudden drowsiness.
考えておきますって寝てる。おやまったくほんと変な人。
Wait, there's something scary about that laugh. Oh, okay, never mind. She laughed and then she started crying. Okay, there was like the laugh was kind of freaky for a second there. When I woke up, Miki was smiling. Did I fall asleep again?
はいコンコンと
Oh man, your legs must be asleep by now. I'll get up.
その前に
I was pushed back
お
down.
礼をしてあげます。
Thank me.
励ましてくれたお礼です。
In that case, you used to have flat body too.
礼は耳かきでしたいと思います。
I like how it really is her base personality to even do the ear cleaning thing. Like, whether it was like the Miki that looped or Miki that didn't, the fresh Miki. Hmm? Getting up. That's not good. A stick was shoved in my ear. Ah! After that, it was hell. In the end, Miki didn't come to my house. Friday, huh? Oh man, they really sped run. We could actually finish this route, huh? Okay, we could, let's see if we can finish it. It's I could probably spend a little bit more time. Okay, 3 days left until the world swings back. Today as well. I'll do what I should do. Yeah, I bet we had to go to the beach. I forgot to set up yesterday, but it'll work out somehow. Let's go to the beach. We got together the necessary things at Atomic Goods. Procured a again. I doubt he can still, even up to now, and headed for the beach. No incident. Okay, now this is the beach. Ubida! A cool pose. And
早い展開が早い。
and it'll fly even faster.
元気だ。
Now let's play.
せや
Yeah!
いいな
We enjoyed a game filled with swimming and sepak takraw. Sepak takraw is a Southeast Asian sport, much like volleyball, except you only use your legs and chest to hit the ball. I actually didn't know what it was called, but I know what it is. Because, well, although maybe this is the Indonesian Bahasa equivalent, my guys had like a different name for this. In the previous part of Southeast Asia I was from. And then lunch. It's tiring when the whole sea is the field.
遊びっていうより体力絞りに来たって感じですね。
That game was a
移
failure.
動が水泳って狂ってますよ。あれ人魚専用の遊びっす。
As a teenager, I can't stay sane. Maybe it's done
で
now.
きますね。
We both lowered our cheeks onto the cheap table and stared. Cup of men.
はほはほはほ。
Cup of men is good, since this is the beach, but it's also lonely.
ですね。
Yours looks tasty though.
カレー味。
Trade a little.
いいですよ。はい。
Ah, it's good. Do we have another of these? Man, I suddenly want to have some cup ramen. You know, it's been a while since I ate cup ramen, and the last one I ate was when I was playing Metal Gear Delta. It was a little... No, it was actually 2 years expired. And I have a theory that I actually got sick, or maybe it was just a lack of sleep. I don't know. It's like 18-year-old, 2-year expired after 2 years later. I didn't get like anything that hurts my stomach, but I felt like I had a fever, but I had a feeling it wasn't because of the... Okay, maybe it is. You know what? Maybe it is. Anyway, never mind. But I should buy new cup ramen.
適当に突っ込みましたからね。見てくださいよ。
There were a number of containers cracked from rough handling. Come to think of it, we don't need dozens of cups of these.
それ抱えてたから私の命があるってこと忘れるなよ。
On the way, I had an accident. She got really mad at me while crying. Ah, this looks delicious. I took one out. There's nowhere to get hot water from. What is this container? This isn't ramen, isn't it?
あや
Some kind of freeze-dried tofu. No, it's a sponge? There's some sticky fluid oozing out of it. Wait, this is a masturbation aid. I threw it at Miki. Then it hit the mark. You shameless virgin, you idiot.
何すんですか？
Look at the thing you threw in together with the ramen.
なんですこれ？
It's a masturbation aid
お腹部？
to leave such erotic lines in memory. It's basically a sex toy. I don't like it much, but the disposable ones are only 5 to 900 yen.
使い方がわからぬ。
Oh man, I guess this is where she learns how to use it, huh? Why don't I show you how it's used, little girl? Jeez, being this defenseless makes your Nissan worried.
ああ、結構知識ついたんですけどね。誰かさんのおかげで。この年でオナホールのメンテナンス方法を知ってる女の子はそうはいませんぜ。
Man, she straight up said the word onaho. Okay, she is aware of it. Indeed, it's hot today, though it wasn't hot.
ねえ、それより気づきました？
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's their gags. That's their gags. They're both secretly perverted. Their gags are being perverts. What?
魚もクラゲも何もいないんですよね。
Yeah, I noticed. No shellfish either. Just shells.
桜貝拾っちったです。はあ、きれい。持って帰ろう。
There weren't any octopus gigantuses.
ん？
Well, let's not worry too much about that. It'll just ruin science.
いや、突っ込むというか、寂しい世界だなって思って。世界って寂しかったんだと。
The world is sabishi, huh? That would be true.
遊びますか？
Okay, next is night wrestling.
それセックスって言いませんか？楽しかったです。
Yep, let's go again. She appeared to be back in high spirits. Ah, those photos we took today. How long will they take to develop?
早く欲しいですか？
Yeah, tomorrow night if possible.
いや、じゃあ学校で現像しますんで、そこでお渡ししましょう。
Thanks, see you.
いえ、なんでもありません。また。
She ran off toward her housing complex. Saturday. 1 day left. There's 1 day left.
おはようございます。早いですね。
I would like the pictures.
これから現
Sashimi.
像です。時間かかりますよ。
That's fine. Take it easy.
付き合いません？
Yeah, I'll just hang out here.
そうですか。
She was a little sunken.
お昼一緒しましょう。
Hmm? Miki left. I thought about the weekend, with or without consent. I'll just send her back healthy. I'll carve casual conversations with Miki into my heart, one by one. I really should go. I head for the photography club room. Huh?
お邪魔します。
He came with a huge bag, the smell of soap, a uniform. This is...
先輩から変なオーラ出て言う。
Excuse me.
千枚ホテルですね、支配人。
Yes, we're popular among customers who fear wide open spaces.
と言っても、うちより広い。
Hey!
わあ、すごい。フローリング。
What the hell? Is Miki poor or some shit? What the hell? I didn't expect housing... No, I have an idea what the housing complex looks like. But what the fuck? That's normal in this town, since everyone has money to spare.
うち貧乏町時代からある激安団地なんで。
Yep. Damn, man. You live like that? Damn. Anyway, that ruin.
エレベーターついてないから電気止まっても全然平気。
Floor are you on, Mikichi?
最上階。
Out of what? You may cry. It's all right to cry.
これでもう階段登らなくて済むです。
I have to remember that some apartments here, they go like, especially the pre-war apartments, they go up to 6th floor, no elevator, pure stairs. Damn, man, you can cardio every day. Pitiful.
同乗してもらったところでお部屋にご案内。
It's right here.
あんたの部屋です。
You know, coming to a man's house.
ああ、わかりやした。
It's best if you're
あ
honest.
の先輩、でも一つ質問よろしいですか？
Sure.
隣の部屋って？
You can use that one. Wanna go look?
はい？
I made her go. She came back with a pale face.
先輩の写真とかがバーッと一面に。
Oh, that's Yoko's room. I get it. Oh shit. Isn't it scary?
ついです。
Well, let's not touch it. So, the floor of this room will be where you sleep. There's a sleeping bag. Miki stared at the sleeping bag wrapped in a cylinder.
酔ってきた女の子を袋で寝かせるというのはどういうもんでございましょうね。
Doing the same thing with Toko, huh? Yeah, Toko had that experience. Yes, always sleep on the floor in this house. If you want to sleep on the futon, you must surpass the 100 trials of Kuroso Taichi. Basically sex. You look worried. Hey! Miki! I'm going to do things to you. I looked up.
どうぞ。覚悟はできてます。
She was upset, but her tone was serious. Even if you say that, I was just joking. Still, you're not scared,
怖いです。
right? Miki shook her head left and right.
誰もいないのが怖い。
Oh. That.
キリはどうしたんです？どうしていなくなったんです？
I don't know.
私も消えるんですか？先輩も？気が狂いそうです。抱っこして、先輩、消えちゃわないように。
Oh man, this kind of remind me a bit of Toko, man. This is like Toko. But the difference between her and Toko is like, I think they're gonna have an ish scene. But Taichi didn't give Toko a ish scene. If you understand the difference, you understand what's going on in this VN then. She said that and leaned toward me. I had to accept her. If it wasn't night, I might have been able to hold back. But the atmosphere enveloping us was no longer one that could be rejected. Hold you, huh? I moved my hand slightly around her back, and Miki clung to me. This again. One more memory. I softly laid Miki down. I kissed her. Her small lips were surprised. Then, delicately made. Wet and sticky and surprisingly soft. I lightly pecked. I kissed as if poking her. I touched her, parted from her, and changed my angle a little. I lose as she sucks on me during a kiss. Then I stuck out my tongue. Miki's body stiffened. I held her tightly so she wouldn't run. Sucking, as if sweet honey was being pulled into my mouth. I opened up her clothes. When our lips parted, hesitation and a forced smile resided on Miki's face. I ran my lips along her neck. Her collarbone panted. You're really sensitive. She covered her face with the back of her hand. How's it amazing? Man, Miki never. This is Miki's first time being touched by someone, and I say that in the sense that I'm not even talking about like the pure intimacy sex shit, man. I'm talking about like being hugged by a parent or some shit. That's so bad, man. Anyway, I see. My legs moved downward. I moved back and forth over Miki's stomach as she quivered. Her faintly breathing chest was moving beautiful. Thinking about the reason for that became annoying. I wiped Miki's body. Man, the whole sex scene was so hot. Where's that? We made a baby. Is that true? It's intuition. Damn. They went for that kind of fetish for sex. I mean, it's not a fetish. I mean, but like it's a turn on, man. Just talking about making a baby or some shit. Anyway, I wiped Miki's body, threw the window open, held her, and slept. I knew. Small and warm. That's what Miki was.
はいピクニック
Yes. Sunday. I brought it up while we ate breakfast.
日曜日ですしね
I prepared everything.
本当だはや
She looked at the basket in disbelief.
それってエッチピクニックですよね
I smiled. I've been found out.
最低だこの人
Isn't that just fine? There's nothing else to
こ
do.
の人ロマンスさえあったらなとよく思います
You can't just live in romance.
露骨な
So, let's go. I'll bring the goods and the costume. The costume.
何されるんだしかも山で
Don't know. Sana.
まだあそこ痛いのに
Damn.
で足は何されるんですか
You'll know when we get there. But I guess I'll say it's in a realm you haven't experienced. Miki must have gotten to my psychedelic action since she came along with no doubts. Miki, were your parents still
い
around?
るんですよ貧乏なご両親ですつうかいました
Past tense. Ah, come in.
みんないないんだから一緒です
Poor, huh?
小遣いとか安いですよ
How much?
3000円
Ah, that is cheap. Bro, I don't know a single thing about like allowances, so I don't know how to evaluate stuff. I mean, in their cost of living, you know what I mean? You can't buy
た
anything.
めが大事ですあとお年玉
Otoshidama, literally year jewel, refers to a gift of money traditionally given to children by relatives on New Year's. It can be thought of as an annual allowance from one's extended family. I prefer the Chinese. You get like red envelopes on Chinese New Year. Those were good times. Anyway,
群青行くって宣告された時はなんか金一封みたいなのいっぱいもらいましたよ
this is what we're talking about. In China, this money is almost always presented in red envelopes. This is what I was talking about.
あれってどういう意味なんでしょうね
Sana. Ignorance is bliss. It means goodbye. Well, either way, saving will be important again soon.
ん
We're here.
ここら
This way.
こんなところでするんですか拒否権はないんでしょうか
No. Take this radio.
どういうプレイ
That's so you'll understand the situation right away once you change over to the other side. Walk this way. Straight ahead. Slowly. There you go.
なんか意味が
Walk, walk.
は
That's good. Stop. Now don't move. That's right. Take a
あ
pose.
どうの
Your trademark pose.
ないそんなものはないどうしよう
Just do whatever.
こ こんな感じで
That's a good pose.
あ
Yep. It's burning to my eyes.
何が始まるのだ
Miki, I'll make a prediction. In the near future, you'll become a tough guy.
性転換するという意味でございますか
You'll become a good woman. I'll leave you with these words as you gain experience and make something of yourself. The letter X is made by crossing.
ん
Huh? You don't know what it means. I just said something pretty moving.
交差し合ってるってすれ違いってことじゃないですか
Ah, don't say that. That's not how you're supposed to take it.
先輩は相変わらず奥が深くてミキにはよく理解できないです先輩の第一印象は変な人で今の印象も変な人ですよ
Not rising that far.
そんなのとつがいになったミキです
Yep, give birth to a good child. Ah, it would be a shame not to tell that child about my extreme lust. A real shame. Or should I say, super shame. Regret.
さっきから何を
See ya. I wave my hand.
は
Come on, raise your hand.
いでも
Smile.
なんかお別れみたいじゃないですか
Is it?
おかしいですよ先輩
I think I wanted a girl like Miki for a little sister. Miki's eyes opened. That moment, crimson nightfall. It was incredibly fun. See you.
先輩嫌だ
Before she stepped forward, I sent her back.
先輩ってばあれれいねえ一瞬で大輝先輩どちらにラジオ鳴ってるどういうことラジオが鳴ってるってことは電波が届いてるってことで電波が出てるってこと
Temple.
街の人がいるんだ一大臣先輩ってばなんか人がラジオで街なんですってばいないどこに先に行ってますからね
I was alone. One more consciousness had disappeared from the world. Even so, she sensed it at the last moment. What did her no mean? She shouldn't have known concretely what was going to happen. So this is the sort of thing that can be conveyed. It really would be nice if she isn't. No, it might be more exciting if she is. I wonder which. I was thinking about such things. All right. We have only one person left, Yoko. And unfortunately, this is also good night. We will continue. I don't know when I'll get back, but for sure this week. Tomorrow I'll be starting my playthrough of Silent Hill F. Actually, in 8 minutes I could start playing, but I want to get some sleep. Well, I have early access, but I need to get some sleep. I'm so sleep deprived, man. We're just gonna do it at the usual time when I usually play Uma Musume and all that stuff. I'm gonna play Silent Hill F. I saw a lot of things about Silent Hill F, and I could say, God damn Ryukishi, he has done it again. That son of a bitch. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we'll watch the finale of Cross Channel this week. I don't know, maybe in the weekend. or maybe Friday, or Thursday night if we're lucky. I don't know how long Silent Hill F is gonna be like, but if I don't finish it before like Friday or Saturday, for sure I'm gonna finish Cross Channel on the weekend. If I don't finish it within the weekday, Silent Hill F on the weekdays. I doubt it. Actually, I doubt it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take my time. The Silent Hill F has multiple endings, and I'm actually curious. Anyway, I hope you guys are watching, and I'll see you guys on the next upload, which may or may not be the last Cross Channel stream. Upload stream. I'm not streaming this. Maybe second to the last or last. Who knows? I don't know how long Yoko's route is gonna be like, and I'm pretty sure there is a final route. So that could also be long. So you know, we'll take our time, but everything ends this week. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Ciao. I gotta remove some of those special scenes. Ciao.